What is it like to be Kris Kimel?
That's a good question. It's kind of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. You know, I have this kind of, you know, again, I'm a very curious person by nature. I've kind of been that way since I can remember. I'm one of these people that tends to live within my head as opposed to outside.
Yeah.
And that's good and bad. There's a lot of good things about it, but there's a lot of bad things about it. And I think it's, you know, it's sometimes a challenge for me, and sometimes it's a challenge for my wife, you know, and my family to deal with that, because I'm kind of a, I mean, you know, I'm very sociable in many ways, but I'm also kind of a loner. And so a consequence of that, it's you know, it has its high moments and low moments.
Can you define leadership in one word, Kris, or in this case, maybe scientific leadership or space exploration, which we haven't quite talked about yet?
You know, I think I very well, you know, I feel strongly in the whole you've heard of the concept of servant leadership. And I think, you know, my job, you know, as a leader, and I think first of all, there's a big difference between being a leader and you know, being in charge. I remember reading a management book a number of years ago by McGregor Burns, the kind of management, you know, guru at the time, and he said, you know, a lot of leaders think they have followers when they really have subordinates. And there's a big difference. And I think a leader needs to create followers, needs to create an environment and a vision for people that they feel is important in their lives and they want to be a part of, and that you really are, in many ways, there to help them achieve their goals, as opposed to, quote, being in charge and giving people orders. I don't like giving people orders.
That's great. Yeah, it's hard not to do, though, in the positions you've
Yeah,
held.
I mean, you have to, you know, I mean, you have to do that. On the other hand, I think if you can create an environment for people where everybody feels like they're contributing something, and they have a role to contribute. So if you know, your role is to contribute this and you're not contributing it, then we can talk. We need to talk about that as to why you're not doing that, as opposed to you know, berating somebody, or you know, you're not doing this, and you need to be punished or something. And hopefully by that they get a sense of, you know, they get it and they want to contribute and they want to change their behavior, because, you know, ultimately we can't accomplish what we want to accomplish. Everybody isn't you know, giving their most.